What's up, guys? It's your boy Lamech, and mahalo for joining me for another head scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. Uh, I got another case for you today. This one is about a young boy named Evan Thomas. Evan Thomas went missing on 05/27/06 in northwest on the northwest side of Canyon City, Colorado. He was at the age of 8 when he disappeared. Evan Thompson was a mentally disabled 8-year-old boy on an outing with a group of students and teachers from his school for disabled learning children. The group was at a campground just northwest of Canyon City, Colorado, at an elevation of 7,200 feet. On Saturday morning, May 27, 2006, a teacher finished feeding Evan and told him to wait for the group to clean up. It was while he was waiting when he disappeared. It was while he was waiting that he disappeared. Once the camp realized Evan was missing, everyone started to call his name and search. It wasn't long before the sheriff's department and state police were at the camping facility searching for the boy. Search teams were called from throughout Colorado and brought bloodhounds, airplanes, helicopters, and ground teams. Searchers believe they found footprints from the boy during the first 2 days of the search, but they did not have luck finding him. During the middle of the 4-day search, the fourth day of searching, one of the searchers thought they heard something. The searcher called Evan's name and he responded. The boy was found in a cave over 5 miles from the location where he disappeared. He was in good condition but had some scratches on his body and was missing one shoe. He was taken to a local hospital and found to be in very good condition, considering he was in the woods for 4 days. Searchers and school officials tried to question Evan about his ordeal, but he seemed unable to recall specific details. He did tell them that one night he slept in a tree, one night under a log, and one night in a cave. He also told them that the day he disappeared, a crow flew up next to him, and he followed it from the camp. Searchers stated that from the prints they found, they estimated Evan walked over 11 miles in the 4 days he was missing. Now, statistically, from what I can gather from all this, children between the ages of 9 and 7 years old will be found in a distance of less than 4.5 miles, especially in the dry climate, 90% of the time. Now, see, Evan was found 5 miles away he was found 5 miles away, but he walked 11 miles. Okay, he was found 5 miles away, but he walked 11 miles. Makes no sense. Okay, now in a very odd twist to this story, the Air Force utilized FLIR, in the search for Evan. Okay, this is the crazy part. Now, if Evan had been in a cave or under a log, FLIR would not have seen him. So, obviously, when they looked for him, they couldn't find him. So, these are some of the places that he was. It's almost like somebody knew that he wasn't going to be found. So I don't know if he was put there. He said he slept in the log. He didn't say someone put him in these places. It was just odd how one night he slept in a log, one night he slept under a log, one night he slept in a tree, and one night he slept in a cave. These are all places where they never would have found him if they used FLIR, which they did use. So they said that his memory was sketchy in what they was as far as the questions they were asking. So obviously at some point he had to been put in these places by some type of help. I have often heard about a lot of these crazy cases. Like one case of a young man who was found dead, but he was found dead with his underwear and his shoes on, but no pants. How did he get the pants off, or how did they get the pants off? So I'm thinking, and this is the crazy part, I'm thinking that whatever took him, or whatever killed him, has the ability to phase objects through a solid mass. But and for them to get the pants off and have the heads being scratched on how that happened, they somehow was able to phase the pants through that boy's body to take them off. They said they found the pants a couple of miles down the river. So, but it's one thing I've noticed about a lot of these cases. A lot of these cases are orchestrated in a very strange way. Now, also, when you look at the surveillance footage of people that disappear in the bars, which would be the place where they were last seen, some law enforcement, when they go over the footage, they go over it, for an intense amount of time, over and over and over again for hours. And there was one story about a young man who disappeared from a bar. He was dancing with a girl, and he woke up being carried down a stream, surrounded by ice. Now, he said that he don't remember anything from the point when he was dancing with this female, and then he woke up. So somehow he disappeared between those points. Now, my question would be, where's the girl? What happened? What did she remember about what happened to him after they stopped dancing? That's right there. For me, that's the mystery. But at the same time, I think that these beings or creatures, or whatever you want to call them, have the ability also to, how can I put this? When the surveillance shows you not leaving the building, and you're shown throughout the building, moving around and everything, but you're never seen leaving the building. Okay? Now, I'm thinking, when people say that they didn't see him leave or whatever the case may be, I'm thinking that they have the ability to make you see what they want you to see. So, if they want this person to not be seen, they'll do something to your mind or the people around you, and they will make it look like you're not even there. Okay? And it's a mind game, it's what it's probably something that they do in order for them to do what they do, and that's take people, do whatever they want to do to them, and kill them in a way where you can't find any evidence on their body. Okay, and I've often said this before about how people are being killed. They're killing them without touching them at all with any type of weapon. So it's got to be. I'm thinking it's. They use some type of mental power in order to kill you, or they, like I said before, they zap your energy, or they steal your soul, or whatever you want to call it. But as far as the bars, they actually somehow mess with your mind, and they make you see what they want you to see. So if they don't want you to see the person that's in the bar that they want to take, they will make people think that you're not even there. Okay, it's like they block you, or they block that person from everybody else's mind that's around him. That's why a lot of people say, well, I mean, one minute he was there, and then we lost sight of him. He's gone. We never saw him leave the building. So, and then you in a crowd of people, but nobody knows that you was even there. It's like I said, there was one case about this man who was in a store, and he saw a man and a woman with two kids. They both had really bright blonde hair, like it was like almost white, like a whitish blonde, and they had real big eyes, and they had like big bright blue eyes, but in the sockets were huge. And the guy said that when he looked at the kids, they gave him this stare, like for like a couple of seconds, but it felt like forever. And it was one of those like intense stares that just make you want to jump. But yet they said, like, when they walked away and left, the people in the store act like they were never even there. So that's another scenario right there, where where they have the ability to make people see what they want you to see. And if they don't want to be seen, they'll do something to your mind to block you from their vision, you know, and it'll be like you're not even there. It's almost like you become invisible the whole time. But they only show themselves to whoever they want to show themselves to. Okay, which is another thing about these cases. Like when people talk about how they would, like there was one story about a young man, the guy was driving his truck, and he was a truck cross-country truck driver, and somehow I think he ran it off the road and he hit a tree, and it looked like it was driven into that direction. He hit the tree on purpose. He gets out the car. The guy says, "Why would you drive your car that way?" They said, "I didn't do it. They did it." So if they're talking about something that's not even there, obviously whatever is doing this, they are able to show themselves to whoever they want to show themselves to, and block themselves from everyone else. You know, so I don't know. That's just a strange power. But it's like I said before, the power that these beings have, it kind of reminds me of Heroes. You know, and that character Siler from the very first season of Heroes, where he had multiple abilities, where he could fly, he could use the energy that he uses to grab someone from a distance. Like he'll have his hand out like this here, and all of a sudden it's almost like he's lifting you up without even touching you. He's using like an energy from his hand, but he used that same energy to cut a line right across your forehead and split your skull in half. You know, so, and he's got all other kinds of powers. He can fly, he can do all kinds of stuff, and that's what these people have. They have all kinds of abilities, but these are menacing abilities. Okay, like I said, they can kill you without even touching you. They use their minds to kill you. I would imagine there's no other way for them to do it. You know, they have some sort of energy zapping technology, or they can steal your soul. And I've often talked about this before about what Captain Randy Kramer brought up about soul science, and how they have the ability to remove your soul from your body and place it in a clone. So maybe the government, I'm not saying they are, but maybe the government is doing some sort of secret project where they're taking people randomly who they feel is not want to say unworthy, but they probably, I don't know what to call it, but I would think that they would take people and they would steal their soul and then place them back in places that doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. I'm not saying the government would do that, but he was talking about soul science and extracting your soul from your body, putting it in a bone. And these people are turning up dead with no cause of death. I'm just saying. I would think that would be the only way a person could just show up dead without any cause of death. They would have to take him for energy to the point where you die, or your soul. Because if you don't have your soul, you don't have a life. Right? I'm just saying. You know, but that's all I got on that story. I will be, of course, reading more cases, and I will post more videos. So stay tuned, guys. Alright? Gotta go. Aloha, mahalo, and hui hoi. Peace out, guys. Be blessed.